Good morning, children. Saira, welcome back to our science class. And today we are going to continue with the chapter 7 Adaptations in Plants. So, before we continue, let us give a quick recap what we learned in part 1 video. So we learned that we find plants and animals all around us and wherever we go. But these plants and animals living in different kinds of places differ from each other. So the plants and animals found in the desert of Rajasthan are very different from those animals that lives in the mountains of Kashmir. So this is due to adaptation. Now what is adaptation? So we have already learned that plants and animals are living things. They need food, water, air, shelter and the right climate to survive, isn't it? If it is very cold also, it's very dangerous, and it's very hot also, it is very dangerous. So the animals and the plants needs the proper right climate to survive. So plants also need the right type of soil to grow, right? So plants and animals live in different places. They live in cold places, some animals live in hot places, and some animals live in dry places. They also, and we can find some animals living in rivers and lakes and in the salty water in the oceans. Now, each place, let it be a cold place, your hot place, or let it be in the water, your river, your lakes, or seawater. So, each place has its own challenges. Each place has its own challenges. Now, plants and animals living in certain place survive because they have adaptation, because they have adaptations suitable to the conditions of that place. So this animal, yak, can live in the cold region, and this animal, camel, can live in the hot region. So this camel cannot live here and this yak cannot live here. So what is adaptation? It is an evolutionary process where a plant or an animal becomes suited to live in a particular habitat. Particular habitat means cold region means cold, hot means hot. So these are changes that take place over many generations through natural selection. Now this is hot desert region where you can see the camels living in there, and we have some particular type of plants that we can see only in the hot regions, and in these plants we can see in the hill regions, not in the hot regions. So there are variety of plants and animals which are adapted to their nature. So these animals, these plants which lives in water. So it is lily and their leaves are floating, right? And we have some animals. These are floating plants. These are These are plants which live in water. We have very many varieties of plants and animals, and because of adaptations to suit their surroundings, plants and animals living in different places look different too. Okay, so the animals which live in water are different from the animals which live on the land. And these fishes have gills to breathe, which is dissolved in water. So these fish cannot live on land. And this cactus plant, which is which can survive in the hot desert, which where I showed. Where is that cactus plant gone? Yes. So these are cactus plant which can survive only in the dry desert because they can store water in their stems. Now, for example, the leaves of water, as I showed you, the leaves of water like lily plants lives in water because their leaves are very thin and big, which can float in water. They are very thin and very big, which lives only in water because they can float in water. They look very different from the leaves of the cactus plant. So did you see the cactus plant, how it is looking? There was a thorns in that on that leaves, and it's very thick. But these leaves are very broad and it is very thin and it can just float in the water. So cactus plants have very sharp needles also. So similarly, fish living in water has a different body structure compared to the animals living on land. Now children, let us study the adaptation of plants in greater details now. Now here we are going to continue with our lesson. Okay, now let's first study the terrestrial plants. So what is called terrestrial plants? Terrestrial plants. The plants which grow on land are called terrestrial plants. So depending upon the conditions in which they grow, there are different types of terrestrial plants like oak tree, banyan tree, tamarind tree, palm tree, apple tree, peach tree, guava tree, etc. So all these are terrestrial plants. Now let's see one by one. The first one is plants in desert. The plants which grow in the desert region. So as I said, as we all know that desert is a very hot climate. It has very hot climate and it is very dry, and most of the soil in the desert is also dry because they have less amount of rain. They don't have water. There is very little water as it rarely rains there. That is why it is very hot. Yet, but these plants, the plants like cactus, they all live and survive in the desert. It is not that if it is not raining, there are no plants in the desert. There are the plants which grows in the dry climatic region. So those plants are called as cactus plants. So the roots of the desert plants, they have the roots, right? Sorry. The roots of the desert plants are adapted to take in water, wherever it is available. So plants like cactus have roots that just spread out under the surface of the soil. So under the surface of the soil. So these plants roots. So these plants which you can see on the screen, their roots grow wherever the water is available. So for example, we have a mesquite plant, mesquite bush. It is a mesquite bush. So you can see the roots that can grow down to more than 20 meters in search of water. So the root deep under the ground, it keeps on growing, it keeps on moving to search the water. So it grows deep 20 meters down. Okay. And so these desert plants often have small leaves. So these desert plants, they have very small leaves. So can you see here? Yes. The leaves of the cactus are very sharp spines. They have very sharp spines. So full of thorns are there, spines are there. It is very sharp. We cannot touch with our finger. So this prevents the loss of water in its thick stem. So when there is no rain, the cactus uses this water in its stem. So instead of the leaves, the thick green stem of the cactus makes food. So the thick green stem of the cactus makes food. Now let us see about the plants that grows on hills. Hills means mountains. So in that place is very cold there. It's very cold. So in the cold, in winter, in the hilly places like Uttaranchal, Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh. So some areas we can see the snowfall. Some areas we can see the snowfall in those regions. So the trees that grows here have to survive with this cold and snow. So in this cold also they have to survive. So they are usually very tall. Sorry, these trees are very tall. These trees are very tall and straight. They don't have many branches. They grow very tall and very straight. So instead of flowers, they have cones and they are therefore called conifers. So these trees are called as conifers. So the cones have seeds in them. I'll show you the cones. Yes, this is called pine cones. So these cones have seeds in them. Conifers have needle-like leaves. So these conifers trees have needle-like leaves that are tough and can survive through the cold and snow. So the sloping shape, the trees have the sloping shape like this. The trees have the sloping shape like this. Why? Because when the snow falls, it just falls off very easily. It just falls off them very easily. So this is the example of the cones. So the spruce tree, the pine, the spruce and the cedar tree. So the cedar tree, the fir tree are conifers. So these are the examples or are plants that grows in hilly regions. So fir tree, cedar tree, this is the cedar tree, spruce tree, pine cones. So these are the examples of conifers. So they do not shed all the leaves. Their leaves do not fall. Shed means fall. So the leaves do not fall at the same time. And it looks so green throughout the year. So any month if you visit here, the leaves are looking very green. So throughout the year. So they are therefore called as evergreen trees. So these trees are called as evergreen trees. Now, did you know that some cactus remains dormant, means asleep. Dormant means asleep. In the desert region, which type of plant can you see? Cactus. So some plants, they are dormant, means they are always sleeping. So when there is no rain, when it rains, so at the time of raining, they produce flowers and seeds. And the barrel cactus shrinks when it is dry. There is a type of cactus, it is called barrel cactus. So it shrinks, it becomes very small when it is dry. So after it rains, it takes in water and expands and becomes a very big green ball like. So that is the specialty of this cactus plant. Okay, next we'll go to the yes, these are oak tree. So how does the oak tree looks in summer, winter and the spring? So this is the oak tree. So how does it look in summer, winter and the spring season? So there are many trees like oak tree, maple tree, birch tree and the beech trees. Okay. So here I'm just showing the picture image of the oak tree. So there are some more trees like birch tree, beech tree, and the maple tree. So what is the specialty of these trees? So they shed all their leaves. See, it is so green in summer season, right? And when the winter season comes, it sheds out all its leaves. Sheds means the leaves fall off. So during the winter season, all their leaves will shed in winter to protect themselves from the cold. And next again, when the spring season comes, it slowly the new leaves start growing. So the new leaves grows in spring season. So they are called as deciduous trees. So what are deciduous trees? They have leaves in summer season. They look very green in color, and all the leaves are sheds in winter, and again in the spring season new leaves started growing. These trees are called as deciduous trees, and the examples of deciduous trees are oak tree, beech tree, maple tree, beech trees. Okay children, now let us stop the lesson here and we'll continue in the next video. So until then, open your textbook and just go through the lesson.